A partner in life is often misunderstood. People hear the word partner and immediately think of romance, a relationship, a marriage, someone who walks beside you emotionally. But partnership is much larger than that. It is a psychological structure that exists in almost every meaningful area of human life. Relationships, work, creativity, and even personal growth. Human beings were never designed to move through life entirely alone. We are wired for cooperation, for shared responsibility, for the quiet strength that comes from knowing someone else is standing beside us. And yet, modern culture often celebrates the opposite. We admire the image of the lone genius, the self-made entrepreneur, the person who built everything alone. But if you look closer, that story is rarely true. Behind almost every meaningful success, behind most stable lives, behind many fulfilled individuals, there is usually someone else in the background. A partner, not someone who replaces your strength, but someone who multiplies it. Life is complex in ways we often underestimate. Every person carries multiple responsibilities at once. There is work to build, decisions to make, emotional challenges to navigate, and unexpected problems that appear without warning. Trying to carry all of this alone is possible for a while. But over time, isolation creates a quiet kind of pressure, not always visible, not always dramatic, but persistent. Because when you walk through life without partnership, every burden has only one place to land: on you. Your mind becomes the only place where decisions are made. Your emotions become the only system regulating stress. Your energy becomes the only fuel keeping everything moving. And eventually, even strong people begin to feel the weight. This is where the idea of partnership becomes powerful. A partner is not just someone who shares the journey, they divide the psychological load. In personal relationships, the importance of a partner goes beyond companionship. A healthy partner becomes a mirror, not a mirror that simply reflects who you are today, but one that shows you who you could become. They notice patterns you cannot see. They challenge your blind spots. They remind you of your strengths when you forget them. And sometimes, they gently confront the habits that limit you. Growth rarely happens in isolation. Most transformation happens in relationships, because relationships expose the parts of ourselves that solitude hides: patience, communication, trust, vulnerability. A partner becomes both witness and participant in your evolution. They see your struggles, they see your effort, they see your progress. And that shared awareness creates a deeper form of accountability. Not pressure, but motivation. Partnership becomes even more visible in the world of work and business. Many successful ventures are built not by individuals, but by teams of two. Two minds approaching the same problem from different angles. One brings vision, the other brings structure. Alone, each skill has limits. Together, they create balance. This is the power of collaboration. Because when we think alone, our ideas often loop within the same patterns. But when two minds come together, they challenge assumptions, correct mistakes, and expand possibilities. Partnership becomes not just emotional support, but intellectual expansion. But perhaps the most important aspect of partnership is emotional regulation. Life is unpredictable, plans fail, work becomes stressful, health fluctuates, losses happen, and in those moments, having a partner changes everything. A problem shared does not disappear, but it becomes less heavy, less isolating. A partner stabilizes you. When you feel overwhelmed, they ground you. When you lose confidence, they remind you of who you are. When you are exhausted, they help you keep moving forward. This balance allows you to recover faster. And recovery is what sustains long-term growth. But partnership is not only important in difficult moments, it is equally powerful in moments of success. Because success, when experienced alone, can feel strangely empty. But when it is shared with someone who understands the journey, it becomes meaningful. They saw the struggle, the uncertainty, the effort. They know what it took, and that makes the moment complete. Of course, not every partnership works. For partnership to succeed, it requires trust, respect, communication, and a willingness to grow together. The best partnerships are not about dependence. They are about alignment, two independent people choosing the same direction. There is also something else a partner gives you: perspective. When you are alone, your thoughts echo without challenge. Doubts grow louder, fears become convincing. But a partner interrupts that pattern. They remind you that maybe you are being too hard on yourself. Maybe things are not as bad as they seem. And that shift protects your clarity. But perhaps the deepest truth about partnership is this: it makes life feel shared. Because life is not just about survival. It is about meaning. And meaning grows through shared experiences. Building something together, facing challenges together, growing together. Even the smallest moments become richer. A conversation, a silence, a shared understanding. These moments shape a fulfilling life. The world may tell you that strength means doing everything alone, but the truth is, the strongest people are those who know how to connect, collaborate, and trust. Because strength does not decrease when shared, it multiplies. And when you walk through life with the right partner, the journey changes. It becomes less about surviving and more about building something meaningful together.